position that we obtain or occupy in the body of Messiah is more about responsibility than privilege. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10 Minute Tour, Day 3 of Matot, Masei, Tribes and Journeys. We want to continue today in Numbers chapter number 30, going back to verse 3. It says, "Or if a woman vows a vow to Yahweh and binds herself by some agreement while in her father's house in her youth, and her father hears her vow and the agreement by which she has bound herself, and her father has kept silent towards her, then all of her vows shall stand, and every agreement with which she has bound herself stands. But if her father forbids her on the day that he hears, then none of her vows nor her agreements by which she has bound herself stand, and Yahweh pardons her because her father has forbidden her." Then it continues about how this responsibility or this household family function operates if she is married, and the responsibility transfers from the father now to the husband. And then we come down to verse 9, "But any vow of a widow or a divorced woman by which she has bound herself stands against her." So there is no one in authority in her home to not renege, but to cancel the vow for her. So what is this all about? And typically when we discuss this in a midrash setting, there is a sense of, can I say, modern day offense from some of the women folk, because it's like, wait a minute, I don't need any man ruling over me. And we've had some teaching in recent years that it's actually the woman that is the head of the house and she should rule over the man and all those kinds of things. In our Western mindset, being Greco-Roman oriented as such, we tend to misunderstand what's being offered here. We want to think about it's either A or B, and if it's not A, it has to be B, or vice versa. Here, Yah is simply teaching us that in the family, there are roles that are to be, not, I started to say played, roles that are fulfilled, roles that are taken on, and there is accountability and responsibility for any role in the family. When Yah created man, I remember reading in the Stone's edition Chumash when I first received it a couple decades ago. And I was startled to read, as I started in Bereshit or Genesis, how that when Adam was created, that the rabbinical commentary in that Chumash was that both male and female were contained in the same physical being. And while I understood what was being said, it was so far removed from previous understanding, I had to stop and just kind of process that for a while. But it actually makes sense, so that when Yah took the rib, if you will, out of Adam to create woman, what he was doing was removing the feminine from the masculine, so that both aspects of who Yahweh or Elohim is, all that is masculine comes from him, but all that is feminine also comes from him. Well, is Yah masculine or feminine? We refer to him as him or he with masculine pronouns, but he is not masculine nor feminine. He is above and beyond all of that. But he has revealed himself and those two genders, and it is when under the canopy of covenant and righteous marriage, that when the masculine and the feminine come together, that's when the fullest expression of Elohim is found between a man and his wife. It's a beautiful picture. In our Western mindset, we want to make these combative. In Yah's mindset, they are to be in harmony and they are to work together. So no man should feel like that he has the right or the privilege to be condescending and browbeating and demanding and ruthless and iron-fisted in the rule of my home. Bless Yah, you're going to do like I say, or else. Or else what? The man's responsibility is to see that his wife is well cared for, that she is well loved, that she is physically and spiritually, emotionally nourished and encouraged, and that she has every opportunity to operate in whatever gifting that Yah has placed within her, and that she can do so under the canopy of the husband's approval and encouragement, that he has interceded for her, and that he has made a way for her, prepared and opened doors for her, not just out of courtesy, but is an opportunity as well. And that the woman is then fruit-bearing, life-giving, light-sharing. This is our role. The woman, likewise, she cares for her husband. She nourishes him. She encourages him. She intercedes over him. She is a strong pillar for him to be leaned on, and she supports him, and so many other attributes. And that's a fuller, greater teaching than we have today. But where I'm going with this is that when a man hears his wife, or when a father hears her daughter, make a vow that he recognizes this is not life-giving. I understand where it's coming from, but it's not in her best interest, and it's not for her best future. He can cancel that vow, and he doesn't do it out of an attitude of, you don't know what you're doing. Let me give you a couple examples. A woman looks in the mirror, and she is dissatisfied with what she sees. And she makes a rash vow. I will never eat again, or I will never eat this food again, or I'm just not going to eat for the next month. And we think, well, those words really don't matter because she didn't mean them. What comes out of her mouth, Yah hears, and it is important. Or a woman seeks to enter into some agreement for a contractual situation, a business adventure, something or other, and the father or the husband recognizes, wait a minute, we need more information here. This isn't a good choice yet. It may become one, but what about, and he begins to ask the questions, have we thought about this? Did you consider this other situation? He can cancel that for her. And he has a desire to protect and encourage and save his daughter or spouse from that which would be harmful. Let's go over the book of Matthew. In chapter number 12, beginning with verse 32. And whoever speaks a word against the Son of Adam, it shall be forgiven him. But whoever speaks against the set-apart Spirit, it shall not be forgiven him, either in this age or in the age to come. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or else make the tree rotten and its fruit rotten. For a tree is known by its fruit. Brood of adders, you bunch of snakes. How are you able to speak what is good, being wicked? For the mouth speaks from the overflow of the heart. The good man brings forth what is good from the good treasure of his heart, and the wicked man brings forth what is wicked from the wicked treasure. And I say to you that for every idle word men speak, here we go, they shall give an account of it in the day of judgment. For by your words you shall be declared righteous, and by your words you shall be declared unrighteous. So what we say, even casually spoken, out of frustration, disappointment, anger, whatever the negative emotion, they do bear weight. Something to consider today. And we'll see you again tomorrow. To then, shalom.